This is IBM Museum, and I have another unboxing to do. This package came in. I've ordered this from eBay, and of course I've already opened it up. We can quickly clear the big box out of the way, but I did want to show the condition that was in. It did have enough of this bubble wrap in it, but it's obviously a redone Home Depot box. But there are tears in the side. The items, the bubble wrap was just stuck on top of the items that were inside. There is a tear towards the bottom of this box. You know, it was good bubble wrap, but it wasn't wrapped the right way for the items. And what the items are, just move that out of the way, are these terminals. And I knew, and of course they were just jumbled in there. Even the Twin-X connectors were on the still connected on the back of these. As you can see, they're a little bit effectively beat up. I'm gonna go through and adjust the camcorder a little bit. I can probably go through and even adjust my, in fact, I'll go through and just to not have it repeat the screen behind, I'll go through and move my webcam up there. That's a good view right there. Going to it, you know, this is IBM Museum. We do things on the fly. These pass-through connectors were they're even chipped up, you know, dinged up. But I got it partway for the fact even the shield dinged up. It's not hard to go through and straighten these out. And that's even surprising for it being connected at the time. But I went through and I'd gotten it for the Twin-X pass-through connectors a little bit, seeing how these are and I thought it was saying it as an InfoWindow G, and it looks like an InfoWindow 2 on all the badges that are here. But that right side of that badge sure scrapes up a lot of the time. And what I did with the other package I got in today, these are all the bits and pieces that were floating around in that big old box or inside the units. You know, power buttons. This power button looks good. It just has to be put back on. And the reason that I, you know, in particular for the Twin-X leads, I knew where the correct connector being inverted from the normal InfoWindow 2s. The other adapters I got in were to go through and to change that connection type. So I have the other Twin-X leads. In fact, I think I have one down. Even though I pulled the terminal out of the way. Let's see what is this one look like. Oh, that's the same the same thing, because this is for my system console. But I was getting the other type that have the female plug to them. I've moved those aside, of course, for the video, and then to get these gender changers. But now I've got just as many of these connectors as I do for the other type as well. But I wanted to show, and really I didn't care a little bit so much at the outside cases, especially on these top ones, were dinged up and even off. This particular one even looks like it's been drugged through the toner or something. I don't know. But and then missing the badge. But I went through, and I'll have to do close-up pictures of these as well. And I thought one was going to be a coax terminal instead of the twin-ax. And all it does is in place of this. In fact, you can even see for the connection style that's there, they put a full-sized twin-ax connector there, or they had the coax run through that spot, and they had a different board in here. But what was intriguing to me for some of these that are already open, I just wanted to get some of the power supplies, get some of these base units so I could kind of check them out. I had more than one I could go through and work with things. But the board in here, I mean, it's got a battery for saving the settings, and this is like a 3260 battery or something like that. I'll have to see with a closer up a picture that I'll take with these. But it's this is silk screened pretty well, and I have to do it so the light won't reflect too much. But there's a V20 on there and of course that's a later substitution from NEC for the 8088 processor. And I'll have to see what speed and everything else. So this is almost effectively a PC in a sense, that's got an emulator built in. And they do have the side covers are removed off these, and you get to see that little bit of a personality module, the plug. Oh, there's another piece. And one of these had a case that I can probably repair. I had the piece I can glue back in place too, if I want to use some of these cases. But this is, of course, got that mouse connector, the RJ45 connector for the keyboard. But that's effectively just like a PC subsystem too, in a way. And I have the platinum manufacturer and serial number and stuff like that, and I get to check it out. I'll see where this compares, because another one with the cover that was loose, I spotted right away, and I haven't looked at much of the others that are here, but this is a whole different board, and I like variety too. I like having to where it's a lot of the same components, but a different different processor. Let me see, maybe I can read this battery a little bit better too. Yeah, this is even an 8286 CPU. How cool is that? And that is 10 megahertz. So, this is what they were putting in the PS2 25 286 and model 3286, as well as the model 50, 50Z, and 60. And then it's got RAM and things like that. The same personality connector. This is probably even some keyboard controller, effectively, I'll bet, for the 122 key keyboard. Well, it says ROM. Excuse me, and it's got another blank spot for ROM. But you know, maybe the keyboard controller is built into some of the ASICs here. And it's silkscreen, just like these are. Was commonly for the Japanese origins. There's a test connector there. On the other one, it had a 3-pin header, almost looked like a fan header, but I know it's not a fan header. But the V20 is 10 megahertz on this one. But of course, this being the replacement, this effectively has a 186 instructions on it, and the 286, of course, beats that out. But it's kind of neat that these really have so much to it. And these batteries are a CR2450. The 24 is the... I think it's something relating to the diameter of the battery. There's Sanyo batteries, a Sanyo battery that's in this one. And a 50 is like the thickness, I think. But I'll go through and check the units out a little bit more, and then do close-ups and kind of figure out from the date codes of when each one of these board styles was out there. This is a bigger board, but I mean, that's a faster, or that's a slightly improved CPU. And I'm not even familiar with, let's see, the one BIOS has a, okay, so this is has a copyright in 1993 on it, with the one with the V20, and this one is a copyright 1994 on it, the one that has the 286 CPU. So that looks like that's the newer board, of course, with the more capable CPU. Just kind of cool to see those and see the insides to them. This is the badly scraped up one. Very dirty cover and damaged cover. Otherwise, I don't know if it, how many parts are effectively missing on it. And that's got that V20 CPU inside of it. Almost looks like it was in an environment with toner or something. Black powder that was to that. And the two units on the bottom here are in the best shape. And these look, you know, nearly complete, brand new, and I'll go through and it's going to be a matter of testing them and comparing to what I have. And to open these cases, it's just on each of the kind of almost the four corners, you have just for a slide screwdriver, and you just go through and pry those out. We have to be careful. These power buttons, and these are the same ones that are on some of the later PS2s. They can be damaged relatively easily. That's got the V20 board as well. Case looks a lot cleaner for whatever source that was. And I'll get some pictures of these, close up. And go through and at least I have more options for the and I don't know if you're supposed to pull that power. Of course, these have the covers on that expansion port. But I'll get these cleaned up and test them. That one, the badge is about the best shape. I guess that power button does go in a particular way. And then this one on the bottom. I really want to test that one with the 286 and just to see, as I say, the one I have, I haven't opened it up to see what the board looks like on that. I'll be posting pictures and looking those over. And I mean, I'm glad that they are as complete as they could be in this case. Yeah, that power switch is probably, it's advised to go through and to somehow get that out of the unit. Didn't harm it or anything else there. That's also the V20, although it marks it quite a bit cleaner. This one actually has a socketed EEPROM to it. So it appears most of the ones I have are this V20 model. And, still very functional. I mean, ultimately, a lot faster than the original PC, effectively. That's that discolorization or that pattern is more of a dust that's on the inside. So I'll clean that and go through these. But that's what I got in the mail. Really, I'll have a chance to go through and work with these systems. And I'm not trying to hide the price. I think it is even free shipping, which I guess I paid every bit for the shipping that they did, being free. But I paid $100 for the lot. And so that comes out to, what do I have, five machines? Put one off to the side somewhere. Oh, okay, I got two. Yeah, two kind of put back together there. So effectively $20 a piece, plus the two cables. And I can go through and probably get at least two of those or work with the 2 units. They're complete enough. And I think for the other ones, as long as the power supply works, I think the board will work too. So I'm satisfied enough. The dents and dings, that's not any matter. And I'm happy to get that diversity of the boards. So just another terminal video, I guess, in the end. But if you enjoy this content, click on that like button, please, and subscribe to my channel. We did have a nice little live stream this morning, lots of participants, and that's available in replay. Now I'm going to go through and edit and put some timestamps on that. Pull the header the lead-in header that I had for 15 minutes. And I'm actually reworking that a little bit more. This last live stream was putting that on the channel. But that's all I have for now. This is IBM Museum. Thank you.